What's up, mamas? I'm Rebecca. This is the Reseller Mom Show. Thank you so much for joining me today for a What Sold Fast video for Poshmark and eBay for this week's sales, March 3rd through the 9th. This is an effort to help you get more done, make more money, and stay sane while raising kids and reselling online. I've got a couple quick notes to make before we dive into the sales. This is the first time I've been able to do a what sold fast video, so I'm really excited. I've done 2 or 3 what sold videos, and those are awesome, hopefully for you, but mostly for me because I'm able to kind of do a review and a take stock of what sold and really go back and kind of get an understanding of it instead of not really ever looking at that data. So doing these videos has helped me kind of go back and kind of take stock of what's happened throughout the week, which I've enjoyed. But up until now, I really haven't been able to keep track of what sold fast. I just kind of had it in my head. Generally speaking, I do use hashtags for when I've listed something, but that only really tells me the month. And now I've had my virtual assistant start tracking the date it's been listed, the date it's been sold, so we're able to put in a function that tells us how many days something took to sell, and I went through that data and I pulled out the last 2 weeks. So these are sales that happened this week, March 3rd through March 9th, but the items were listed in the last 2 weeks or less. And I actually didn't tally up how many we have, but we'll go through the amount here. And then at the end, I will also give you my total stats for the week as far as sales goals. So how many items I sold in general on Poshmark, how many I sold on eBay, total sales, and some of those numbers. But we're just going to talk specifically about the items that sold in 2 weeks or less. That may change depending, from video to video. If I had a lot of items that sold in a week or less, maybe I'll only show a week's worth. If it's items that didn't sell that quickly that week, and maybe I have to open it up to 30 days. So we'll just happen to see. For me, I think if something sells within the month, that's pretty good. And maybe next time I'll even break down some of the numbers, even if I don't show you all of the items. So sorry, I'll stop rambling. I'm just excited to do this video and have all this information now. So let's jump in. The first sale was on eBay. Okay, so we're starting from 2 weeks and counting down. So this item sold this week. It's been listed for 2 weeks, so 14 days specifically. I sold it for $10 with free shipping. It's a Gap little girl's skirt. I'm not going to go through a ton of all of the specifics. If it's an item that sold for a little amount of money. Right now I'm in a big transition where I'm trying to get rid of items that I would not be picking up again to really condense down my inventory and bring myself down to a smaller capacity of items so I can manage the listings in a more meaningful way, and then I can build the inventory back up again, but with better items. So that's the Gap skirt. The next up took 13 days to sell, and this is a Loft pair of career pants, the Julie fit, straight leg, curvy, size 8, and I sold those for $10 with free shipping. The next is, and I'm looking on something over here on my phone, so pardon me if it takes me a few minutes, but this next item was a BCBG dress. I found that at a Goodwill retail. I just really liked that dress. It was nice and textured, very heavy, just a really beautiful dress, and that sold for $25, and that took 13 days to sell as well. And then oddly enough, this is a BCBG Max Azria career top as well. This was one of mine, and I've had it for a while, and I just don't really wear it that much anymore, so I just sold it for $7. I think I had it up for $10, and I took an offer for $7. Again, it was just mine, and that took 11 days to sell, so 2 BCBG items this week, which I don't know if I feel like I've said it, but I don't know if you've seen a video where I've said it yet, but BCBG is something that I personally used to wear all the time. I really like that style and that brand, and I used to get stuff at the outlets all the time. And there's a bunch of stuff in my closet because it came from me. I didn't really pick it up to resell most often because I didn't think it sold that well. Like, it sold well in the beginning, about 3 years ago when I was selling my own stuff. then it didn't really sell that well when I was picking it up to resell. Now I feel like for some reason it's selling better for me. Again, $7 isn't great, but the other one was good. So take away from that what you would like. I think I may start to consider to pick up BCBG a little bit more often. Okay, moving on. This next item is a Free People dress with a handkerchief hem. I think I got this at a Style Encore clearance sale. This was part of a bundle. It did sell for, I don't remember the exact bundle price, but it was a good bundle, and they bought it outright with just my 20% bundle discount. So I don't know what the total ended up being, but I did have it up for $25. This was a size large, and that took 9 days to sell. This is a Gymboree puffer coat, children's, size 7-8. I took an offer of $15 because we're coming to the end of the season, and this sold in 9 days on Poshmark. Oh, I haven't been, well, I guess you could tell where it's, what website it's on. Okay. Next is a Cha-Cha Vente long sleeve tee, size 3X. This came, I believe, in a ThredUp box, and I sold this for $12 with free shipping, and that sold in 9 days. This is a Dream Fit women's full coverage bra, 42 double D, and I don't know if I picked that up at the Goodwill retailer, Goodwill outlet, but that was $14 with free shipping sold, and that sold in 9 days also. Miss Me crop jeans with the bling bling, that I took an offer, so it sold for $20, and that's a size 29, and that sold in 8 days. Victoria's Secret new with tags. This I got at the bins, with just T's spell out written on it. Brand new with tags, so it retailed for $30. I sold it for $14. That was an offer that I took, and that sold in 7 days, and that was a size small. This is a Caribbean Joe women's one-piece swim dress, kind of the animal print at the top, size 14, so that was really good. I love picking up these kinds of swim dresses, especially in the plus sizes. That sold with for $20 with free shipping, and that sold in 6 days. Maidenform, love shapewear, love selling shapewear. It's cheap, it's easy, and it always goes, well, and I find a lot of times it goes for full price. So this sold for $19.20 with free shipping on eBay, and that took 6 days to sell. Up next, so these are one of my oddball items that I love picking up. It's just a polo, and it says Fox 2 News, and I put it up for a gag costume. Somebody needs it for a play, they need it for a school project. You never know what people need these random things for, but if you feel like it's something that someone might need and you find it at the bins and it's cheap, throw it up on eBay or Poshmark. So this sold for $14.88 with free shipping. This random crazy polo sold in 6 days. So obviously I figured that it was going to sell for Halloween time, but this is why you never know with costumes, and so you should put them up all year long anyway, because you never know when they're going to sell, and $14.88 is totally fine with me. This was part of a bundle of 2 cold shoulder items. I remember it's just a new with tags, Macy's brand, Style & Co. 0X. This was part of a ThredUp box. And let's see, this is size 0X, yes. And that sold in 5 days. Sorry, I'm literally looking at multiple screens and confusing myself, sorry. This is a Lane Bryant blouse, really pretty black with the tie neck, and I just sold it for $8. I think it was up for $10, and I took an offer for the $8. Every once in a while, I will take items, take offers on items that maybe normally I wouldn't if I'm just trying to jumpstart sales for that day or it's been slow that day. That may not be a best practice of everyone, but this is my business. I run it how I like. And for me, sometimes quick flips and just jumpstarting sales for the day is more important than getting a particular price for a particular item and risk having it sit. So for me, taking $8 on this was completely fine with me. and it's a size 14, 16. I probably found that at the bins. That took 3 days to sell, and that's fine with me. Okay, we're getting down to it. So this is a 100% silk vintage casual button-down shirt, size medium, men's, and this was one of the items I think I showed in my notable haul. Everything seems to be running together right now as far as when I mentioned something initially and not. So I think you've seen this item before. Obviously it's a quick flip. It only took 2 days to sell according to my notes here. It sold on Poshmark, and I got a bunch of vintage silk items all in that one haul, and this is the first one that sold. I think it's the only one that's sold so far. It's just such a cool pattern, really interesting and different. And I took an offer on this. I had it up for $29, and I took an offer of $22, and I am totally fine with that. It was a very lightweight piece, and I was just really happy to sell that. Okay, the last item, the one that took the least amount of time to sell, and this is just one of those oddball things, and you just never know, is a new with tags, Beta brand women's sweater sheath. Like, I don't even know what this is. Like, it's just an extra large, random, no name. I mean, I don't know. I didn't research this name. Maybe this is a name and I didn't know, but it just sold in literally the same day. It was listed on March 3rd and it sold on March 3rd. So, okay. And I sold it for $17.75 free shipping. Whatever, that's fine with me. So, nothing crazy, as far as brands and everything. I feel like everything's been pretty normal, stuff you should know, but these were things that sold quickly for me. But this I thought was surprising because it's just kind of a random item. It's not anything, highly sought after. Unless you guys know more than I do, put something in the comments below if I'm crazy and I should have sold this for, $10 million. But that's the thing. I mean, me doing these videos now is helping me learn and helping me review and helping me see patterns and trends. And so I hope that some of that will translate to you as I learn things or have, epiphanies and revelations. I'll share them with you. But I think it's nice to just get in a practice of reviewing your numbers, reviewing your sales, reviewing what's not selling, just as much as reviewing what's selling, so that you can make informed decisions. And for me, it's all about, making tiny improvements that are going to have a long-term better effect on my business. Let's go ahead and get into the totals. Maybe next time I'll make a nicer graphic, but this is just how it worked out. So from March 3rd to March 9th on Poshmark, I had 45 individual sales. Including bundles, it turned out to be 54 total items for a gross total of $792. On eBay, it was a total of 38 sales. It was really slow on eBay this week for me. The total of 38 items and $696 in sales. So a total of 92 items sold, 1,488 gross sales. Oh, and I spelled gross wrong. Gross ASP is $16.17, and that's not great. It's fine, but I definitely want it to go higher. I definitely am putting some things in practice to make it go higher, but for right now, I'm trying to sell off a lot of stuff at lower prices because I don't want it anymore, and so it's going to be lower for a while until I can get it to start creeping back up as I input better things into my store. So that's everything I have for you today, mamas. I hope that this is helpful for you. I appreciate you watching, and I would love for you to subscribe and leave some comments below. Let me know if any of this surprised you. Let me know if you have some thoughts on any of these brands. I would love to hear it. I want, to provide value to you. I'd love value from you. I'd love for us all to just share and help each other. Thanks so much and have a great day.